Thank you very much. I was trying to avoid being too technical about it. The first milk that comes out from a child, that yellowish is very, very rich, not only in fat, but very, very rich in what we refer to as the first immunization that child receives before any other thing. And so when you say some mothers are challenged, what is the proportion of those mothers that are challenged? Maybe the only other reason why I would say yes, they could be challenged because they don't have that information that they need to do that. How many of our babies in this country are attended to by skilled birth attendants? How many of our children are delivered at home or in health facilities by TBAs, not by trained nurses, not by trained midwives, not by trained doctors, and it's everywhere. It's not a problem for one section of the country. So these are some of those challenges. So people do not have the information they need. And in some other clients, which also you have also here, some of our children also start having babies too early and too young.
Okay, now let's talk more about the kind of nutrition that children should get, particularly in that first 1,000 days. What should we be giving them?
Okay, the first 1,000 days includes birth, so the mother should be cared for those 9 months, adequately cared for, given adequate rest, so to be able to support the growing fetus, the child growing inside her. And as soon as she's delivered, she puts the baby to breast for the first 6 months, with addition of no water, no prelactal food, no nothing, except if it's medically advised by a clinician. Otherwise, because we still see that people still give multivitamins, syrups, and all those other things, they may not be necessary.
It's because some people say the child is thirsty.
Yes, because they do not know the composition of the breast milk. And it's only human species that have this kind of reasoning. I do not see other animals feeding their children with other things apart from their own milk. You understand what I'm saying? So when you say a child is thirsty, except you are trying to, query, I don't know, I don't have a better word to use to say God does not know very well. When that child is being delivered, the mother is being prepared for this process. And that is why, as a woman, you will know, a woman that is pregnant also had around her breast almost 2 kilograms of additional fat. This is not for her to make her bra full, to make her look pretty, but it's preparing her for the work ahead. And so when a woman refuses to do that, that woman is also just accumulating that fat and those nutrients to herself. And that's why you'll see a woman after the first child, the second child, the third child, she's spreading like, do I use the word butter?
Okay, so breastfeeding is very crucial.
For the first 6 months.
For the first 6 months, without any other
without addition of any other thing.
Except
medically, yes, by the doctor.
Okay, so after then?
Then after that, you start introducing that child to family food, starting with little finger foods, B2, and you will see that by the time a child is about 6 months, that child will be accustomed to the family and eager to take out of what the family, but because the child is just transiting from drinking, because they've been drinking or suckling, and then you need to now introduce things like purees that they can. So you need to devote time to prepare that food. It is the same family diet that that child should take. And then we also need what we now refer to as the 4-star diet. It's not only like some cultures, they take only rice in the morning, rice in the afternoon, no. You need to ensure that you have a variety for that child, for the purpose of that child. It's also not good for the adults who only take one meal. But the beauty of that is that they also have access to other things. They take their rice with soup or stew or whatever. But that child, they will say the child can take pepper. Yes, granted. But they can give other things.
Such as?
You can puree your vegetables and give to the child. You can puree your fish. The Yorubas also give the child special moi moi. You understand? It's soft enough, you can give. And then it's just not given plain pap, gruel. And that's the age when you need to start introducing that. And then it has to be enriched. You can enrich it with so many other things. And that is available within the community. Any source of animal.
Crayfish?
Crayfish, yes. If you live close to the to water. But if you don't live close to water.
So that the pap is not just bare.
It's not just bare. So it's not just bare. Because the limiting thing in the milk is that the energy that child, because that child will have developed and exploring. So it will need more energy. It's not that the milk is not good.
But breastfeeding will still be going on.
Will still be. That's why we call it complement. It's an addition. The main cost is the breast milk for 2 years or more, as the culture allows in that community. But you can't complement that with the pap or gruel until such a child, by the time the child is about 9 months, he's already taking some of the culturally accustomed food in that community. And then you ensure that he's not just given only one source. So you complement, you gruel, and then sometimes you can also add a little bit of oil to make it energy rich. A little bit. So that, because in the process of trying to make sure that this thing is very fluid, they add so much water. But instead of adding so much water, a little bit of oil to that gruel, not plenty.
What kind of oil are we talking about?
Edible oil.
Okay.
Edible. The ones they eat in the house, that's why I'm saying that.
Whether it's palm oil or groundnut oil.
Whether it's palm oil, preferably they have palm oil. But if they don't have palm oil, they have vegetable oil. And that's why they all call vegetable oil, whether palm or groundnut or whatever. But it's just a little. And just if you add a little to that gruel, you will see that it flows. But the essence of it is that we do not want it to flow like water, like the milk. It should be viscous, a little bit thick. You understand? Okay. So that it will not be loading that child with water.
Okay. When we come back, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking more about those signs that you can see that this child may be malnourished. Just stay with us on Health Matters.